Yes, hello, good morning, friends. Now, we already in the last video we discussed about the if and else if. Now, the next statement is called as nested if. The meaning of nested is a if statement within another if statement is called as nested if statement. Nested in the sense thing within another, right? For example, a loop within another loop is called nested loop. So like this, a if contains within another if is called nested if. See the general syntax of if nested if is, see, if condition 1, open the if statement first, if condition 2, open write the statements else statement 2, else if condition 3, then again statement 3 is executed, else statement 4. Yes, I'll explain you this. First come here, say, let us check. See here what happens in the above syntax. Statement 1 is executed. Just try just look at here. I'll write this, the general syntax, that is if condition 1, open if, that is condition 2, statement 1 is executed, else statement 2 is executed, else if condition 3, so statement 3 is executed, else statement 4. See, just look at here the explanation what it is. If the above syntax statement 1 is executed if condition 1 and condition 2 are true. If the conditions here, if the condition both are true, then it will execute the statement 1, right? Statement 1. Otherwise and the condition 2 is false. If the condition 1 is true and condition 2 is false, it executes statement 2. If condition 1 is true, second is false, then it can execute statement 2, right? It executes the statement 2 if statement 2 is executed. If the condition 1 is false and the control transfer to the else part, if the first condition only false, this only false, then it can forward to the else part, right? Then it can control transfer to the else part, then the control transfer to the if else part, and the test condition 3, if the condition 3 is true, then execute the statement 3, otherwise statement 4 is executed. See, if the first condition is false, then it comes to the else part, it will check the else part. In the else part, what is there? Condition 3 is there. If the condition 3 is true, then it can execute the statement 3. If the condition 3 is not satisfied, if it is false, then it can execute the statement 4, right? See, just look at here, it's very important one. If the condition 1 is true, if the condition 2 is also true, then it can execute the statement 1. Otherwise, if the condition 1 is true, condition 2 is false, then it can execute statement 2. If the condition 1 itself is false, then it comes to the else part, then it will check the condition 3. If the condition 3 is true, then it execute the statement 3. If the condition 3 is false, then it can execute the statement 4, right? This is about the nested if. Just look at here one small example of the nested if. Write a program to illustrate the nested if. See here, main function declared 3 variables a comma b comma c. Printf, enter the values of all the variables, that is abc. Read all the values of variables, that is percentage d by using scanf. Now if a is greater than b, as usual, if a is greater than b, if a is greater than c, two ifs are there, right? First condition a is greater than b, second condition a is greater than c. If both satisfied, then it prints a is largest. Just imagine the general syntax, right? This is 1, this is 2, both the conditions are true, it can execute, it can print A is largest, otherwise else C is largest, right? If A condition, first condition A is greater than B itself is wrong, then it can comes here, the control comes to the else part, that is else if B is greater than C, then printf B is the largest. If this condition is false, that is B is greater than C, if it is false, then it prints C is the largest number, right? Enter the values of A, B and C, 34, 56, 78, then C is the largest here. This is about the nested if, right? Yes, in this headline there is a last called as switch, right? Switch statement, just be careful and just remember the syntaxes, those are very important. See, now the syntax are general switch statement, that is switch, write the expressions, and the switch statement is mainly used when the number of cases, more than one, more than two cases are there, at that time you can use the switch, case 1, case 2, case 3 up to the case n, at the finally default case is there, right? This is about the general syntax, that is switch expression, execute the case label 1, then break case label 2, break case label 3, break, and until the last case called as default case. Now this is a flow chart of if condition. See, if condition is there, then it will check all the blocks, block 1, block 2 up to the n block. If which block is right, that it will execute, otherwise the finally default block it will prints, right? Now look at here, the switch statement provides a multiple way branching. It allows the user to select any one of the several alternatives depending upon the value of the expression, right? Any one alternatives among these all the cases, it can select any one case and execute that which is the right one, right? The expression is enclosed within the parenthesis, right? Within the parenthesis, and that is depending upon the value of the expression, the control transfer to the particular case label. All the statements followed by the case label are executed. Here the particular case label indicates all the statements belonging to that case label are executed. Now the break statement indicates end of the particular case label. The case default is executed when the value of an expression is not matched with any case labels, right? At the starting only I told switch can be used when the number of blocks, number of statements are going to execute, number of cases, right? If it which case it matches, that case it executes. If no one case matches, then it can execute the last one, that is default, right? Case default. Now semicolon should not be placed at the end of the switch expression, just remember this, right? Now write a program to illustrate one of the example called as illustrate the switch statement for computing the area of different geometrical figures. stdio.h wide main int figure code. Now float, that is side, base, length, breadth, height, area and the radius. Now just print 1 if it is a circle, print 2 area of rectangle, print 3 area of triangle, 4 for the square, and enter the figure code. These are the figure codes 1 2 3 4. Now scan the figure code. Now we use the switch. See here, from case number 1, for the case number 1, printf, enter the radius, read the radius, that is scanf. Then what is the formula to find the area of, right? That is area is equals to 3.142 r into r, that is pi r square. Area of circle is, right, pi value is 3.142, otherwise you can put pi, right, that is r into r. This is case 1, and print the result, right? Print the area of circle, that is area. The second case, in the second, if you enter the code called 2, right, then enter the length and breadth, read the length and breadth. Now area of, that is length into breadth, right? Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Now print the area of rectangle is area, then break. Now in case 3, printf, enter base and height, scanf, read the base and the height, then area is half into base into height, area of rectangle half, denoted as 1 by 2, or you can take 0.5. Now the printf, area of triangle is, that is area, just break it. Now for the case number 4, when you enter the figure code as 4, then printf, enter the side, scanf, percentage of f, side, area is side into side. Now printf, print the area of the square break. Now by the default case, print error in figure code. Yes, the figure codes are only 4, 1 2 3 4. If you enter the figure code as 5, then it prints error in the figure code, because that figure code is not available, that case is not available, fifth case, right? Only 4 cases are there, only 4 figure codes are there. If you enter 5, then it directly execute the default case, that is called error in the figure code, because that figure code is not available here, right? Yes. After this, enter the figure code 3, then it will ask the question called enter the value of base and height. Just enter the value of base and height, then area is 2, right? Like this it executes, that is a switch statement, right? So if else, nested if and switch all are completed, and this switch statement is very important for the examination point of view. Just make it khatarnak important one, right? And in the next class we will see about the loops, that is iterative statements for while and do while, in the next classes. Okay, right? Thank you.